If I move on to kind of the last theme that I'll spend with you guys, and then we'll move on from there, is the verticalization of software, of finance. So again, kind of, we use a lot of buzzwords here, but what do I mean? I think the simplest way to put this is that this is kind of like making finance go invisible. So when you are looking for a loan or a working capital solution or insurance, you're not really kind of calling up your broker, your relationship manager. Because of data, you are able to have those products provided to you as and when needed. Again, for someone like APIS, we see the US leading in terms of integrated and embedded finance, but Europe and the other markets that APIS is investing in significantly following, creating a real opportunity for us to kind of invest behind a relatively fragmented market today in the ISV space that we can grow behind and actually bring some of our expertise around diversification of product suites from just software to finance. Looking like a specific area, we talk a lot about like the CFO function or the office of the CFO. And so we can think about this in terms of the products that the CFO has on a vertical basis, so ERP, CRM, et cetera. Or you can think about it as a vertical layer, a horizontal layer, everything that the CFO touches. Today, very little of that is actually digitized, your ERP, your CRM. And as this gets increasingly digitized, it's opening up the room for new products to be layered over there. So insurance, trade finance, working capital. And Chris from KPay had a good way of putting it. Ultimately, for a business in the financial services space to make money, it is how much money can I get by my customers? What's my margin? How long do I keep them for? And as you have more products, you reduce churn and you increase your average revenue per merchant. And that really creates a more and better and sustainable business. This is just kind of the early stages again. We've seen this digitization trend, playing out over decades now. So firstly, moving from on-prem to off-prem, then increasingly through product-specific players like payroll, insurance, payments. And now, as reconciliation and people-heavy tasks get automated, this is increasing the digitization. And what that means is kind of from a product provider perspective, you can see things like straight throughput processing for your products, right? So drive an action, get an outcome, not have it delivered to another part of a business and work through. And as that gets digitized, again, new opportunities for financial services products to be layered on and for big businesses to be built. So what's the kind of key takeaways? Firstly, in our markets, in emerging markets in Europe, significant opportunity for us to play catch up with what we see in the US. Importantly, as we see more and more digitization of all of these functions, there will be increased opportunity to layer on financial services products, and those will increase margin and they will reduce churn and build better businesses